So today we decided to invite.
Veteran over. If you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Brian Spore. I was raised in Oklahoma, joined the Navy way back in 1993 out of there, and did 93, 97 as a avionics technician, working on flight control systems, armament control systems, things like that. First Gulf War, kind of on the back end, doing Kuwait, no-fly zones, and various other things over there. But did one tour and was not necessarily impressed at that point in time, and decided I was one and done. Got out in '97, and when I got out, even just with the 4 years, like you knew something was different. You had a different perspective, a different worldview, and wasn't something that seemed to be shared. I was in Oak Harbor, Washington, then moved to Bellingham, Washington, and a large veteran population, so I was fortunate to have vet groups that were able to kind of just help me begin to process some of that. If anything, put things in perspective. Like, you always think that your life has challenges and things are hard, but sometimes just working with people that are struggling even more, you can help them, it helps you, puts things in perspective, and helps you realize how blessed you are.
Yeah, and we've talked, and I see how even though you've been out of the service, you're still connected to the service and have been. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's through that I've maintained working with some sort of veteran-centric organization or job, and so it was probably I went through those years on and off, going through. I think I'm up to like 60 jobs or something in 2.5 years as I transitioned out. Went through book rehab and did different programs like that, trying to be in school, trying to find a way. And it was probably not until, it was 2013, and I had been working kind of in the mental health arena for a while, doing peer support, various forms of that, pastoral counseling, things like that. And woke up one day and realized that I was just this grumpy vet that was always pissing and moaning about the VA, and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. So I decided, I'm going to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So I got a job with the VA doing peer support specialist and doing mental health counseling, peer counseling. And that lasted for about 3 years before, as I'd said before, my self-care sucked. And so you're helping veterans deal with their things. We were doing, I was developing groups. I developed a golf therapy program, found out that golf and anger management go hand in hand, ironically, and that worked really well. But all through that, I wasn't really dealing with my own thing. So at 16, I had kind of my own little mini breakdown, packed my bags, packed my desk, and quit and walked out of that job. And we traveled, my family and I traveled the country for about 1.5 years in a pull trailer. And we'd already homeschooled, so it worked out, but had a large community of doing that, plenty of veterans doing that as well. And so I was able to stay connected, started doing some online mental health, providing online mental health therapy and peer counseling through an organization. And so I was able to stay connected.
So you've recently, just in the past couple of years, moved down here to Fort Knox. Before now, have you ever done anything with blacksmithing or bladesmithing or anything?
No, like it's always been kind of intriguing, like the idea of creating. I love creating things in my hands. I've got a lot of ambition and not necessarily a lot of skill, but I love to learn, I love to try new things. And I mean, even from in high school, I did SCA, I had some Ren fairs and things like that. You're always seeing the blacksmithing. I remember when I was young, I went to Silver Dollar City and the blacksmith, and the idea has always been kind of cool. And so it was not that long ago, I was actually talking to my wife, who happens to know one of your people. They worked together, and mentioned that, there was this group she found out that was doing kind of therapy through blacksmithing. It's like, oh, that's really cool. And I look into it, I know, Radcliffe. You're kidding. I'm in Radcliffe. And that's when I reached out and tried to find you guys.
So today you came over and you decided, look at the company, see what we're doing with everything, and you decided to work on a piece of metal today. Can you want to explain what you did to everybody?
Yeah. So this would be the first time that I've ever put hammer to steel. And you walked me through the process where we worked with the kiln and we heated up. We started with a railroad spike, as you can imagine, and by heating it up and pounding the snot out of it, created this shape and this edge. And then you showed me how to throw it in the vise when it's hot and be able to put this twist that you see there on it. And then we cooled it down in the oil mixture you've got, and that was pretty exciting. Didn't expect it to flame up when you pull it up and you introduce oxygen, and well, now you got fire, right?
Yeah.
And so now we'll clean it up, and I'll take it home. I'll bake it and kind of set it more, and then probably bring it back here sometime and take it to the grinder and start to put some edges on it.
So, never doing any of this stuff before, how did it benefit you today doing that, coming into it?
So I would say that currently right now, kind of where I'm at in my life, and not sure when and if the next paycheck's coming and things like that. You know, my house has been dealing with some stress with that for 2 years, the builder dispute, and we got all kinds of things going on. And so, you know, really I just figured I'd come over, watch you, and we talk a bit, but you threw me right into it. And it has been, I've had a blast, and I'm relaxed. I mean, now that you asked me, so now I'm thinking about it, and so that stuff's kind of flooding back in. But, you know, to have those couple of hours where the noise was gone, you know, and definitely drowned out by the noise we were making here.
Yes.
But it was awesome. I appreciate it.
So we appreciate you coming over, and you had mentioned, you know, you want to be able to help out with the organization. So what makes you want to be able to help out with this organization?
Well, one thing I've always done is, like I said, when I got out, and throughout my life, I have had other people, older vets, you know, senior veterans, sometimes younger veterans, right? People that have been there to help me, and all I've ever wanted to make sure that I do is I'm always trying to give back and to give back into the pool as I take from the pool. And so I've been looking for a while for something here locally, and so trying to be able to have an outlet that both benefits me as well as benefits the brotherhood. That's really what it is. You know, it's just about making sure that those brothers on my left and my right, you know, those other veterans are that we're taking care of each other.
Well, we do appreciate you stopping by today and talking with us and letting us record you and take pictures of you working. And hopefully we'll see you next few days so we can continue to work on that. And we can finally be able to show the finished piece on our website and Facebook.
Heck yeah, that'd be
And
awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it.